Papa's letter. Morning sunlight was slowly crawling across the walls of a small house in Ujjain. In the veranda, Arav's father, Mr. Ramdeen, sat with his spectacles on, reading the newspaper peacefully. From the kitchen drifted the warm smell of fresh parathas. But inside the bedroom, Arav was lost in his phone. Dark circles sat under his tired eyes. Every few minutes, he scrolled through job portals. And every few minutes, he tossed the phone away in frustration. Every message read the same. "We have selected someone else for this position." His father spoke softly, without looking up. "Father, son, even a small beginning is still a beginning. No work is small." Annoyed, Arav snapped, "Papa, your thinking is old. Today everything needs a degree, skill and luck. It's not the same world you lived in." His father closed the newspaper gently and kept it aside. His eyes carried a deep pain, a pain that knew his son was broken inside, but also drifting far away from him. The house was running completely on his pension now. Arav's mother stretched every rupee, calculating where she could save. One afternoon, Arav's sister Kiran visited and whispered, "Ma, Bhaiya still hasn't found any work." The mother sighed. "He tries, but he barely talks now. He has stopped sharing anything." Arav spent most of his days locked inside his room, editing his resume, watching motivational videos on YouTube, or simply staring at the ceiling. Outside, he looked calm. Inside, he felt empty. One day his mother said, "Arav beta, can you clean the storage room upstairs? Everything is covered in dust." Reluctantly, he went up. Old newspapers, torn clothes, cobwebs, nothing interesting. But then something caught his eye. A small wooden box, old and worn out. He wiped the dust and opened it. Inside were hundreds of letters. The papers had turned yellow, but each envelope carried a neat, handwritten label. Ramdeen, Postman, Ujjain. A soft smile touched Arav's lips. "These are Papa's old letters." He picked one gently. Though old, the words felt alive. "Today I delivered a mother's letter to her son. They hadn't spoken for 4 years. He cried while reading it. Maybe we postmen don't just carry letters. We carry relationships." Arav froze. His eyes welled up. Every letter felt like someone's heartbeat. There were letters from an old father to his married daughter, a soldier's letter to his wife, a little child's first attempt to write Papa. Every letter carried a story, and behind every story was his father's gentle heart. That night, Arav couldn't sleep. He stared at the ceiling thinking, "My father. All his life he spread joy. He never thought of what he received in return. And me? I'm drowning in my own problems. Blaming the world. Blaming even him." The next morning, he walked to his father hesitantly. "Papa, can I come with you today? Anywhere. I just want to walk with you." Ramdeen smiled softly and adjusted his glasses. "Come, son. I'll show you something." They stepped out. The winter sun draped the streets in a soft golden glow. Ramdeen didn't ride a bicycle anymore, but he walked with the same steady rhythm he once had as a postman. He took Arav to the old neighborhood where he used to deliver letters. At the very first turn, an elderly woman exclaimed, "Ramdeen beta, you still remember us?" His father's face lit up. "How could I forget, Amma? I delivered the letter of your son's first job, remember?" The old woman laughed. Yes, and you told me, Amma, this isn't just a letter. It's good news." Arav watched in amazement. People waved, folded hands, touched his father's feet. Everyone called him Postman Babu. His father said quietly, "Son, in those days, people waited for a letter more than anything. A postman wasn't just a delivery man. Sometimes he carried someone's happiness, sometimes someone's pain, sometimes a piece of someone's life." Arav's heart swelled. He whispered, "Papa, you spent your whole life carrying others' dreams, and I was lost in mine." Ramdeen placed a gentle hand on his shoulder. "When life confuses you, beta, find a way to bring a smile to someone else. Your path will show itself." Back home, Arav went straight to his room. He sat for a long time, thinking, and then, with purpose in his eyes, opened his laptop. He began typing, "Papa's letter. A story of forgotten bonds that still breathe inside our hearts." That night, he created his first blog, Papa Ki Chithi, Stories of Hope. The next morning, the first story went live. 100 people read it, then 1,000, then 10,000. Comments poured in. Stories like these remind us of real India. "Your father is a true hero. I cried reading this. Please post more." Arav kept writing, one story every single day, each inspired by one of his father's letters. Months passed. One evening, as he checked his mail, his heart skipped a beat. A message from a major news portal. "We would like to publish your stories on our platform." Arav stared at the screen in disbelief and smiled. Just like his father once delivered emotions through letters, Arav was delivering hope through stories. A year later, the town hall of Ujjain glowed with lights. On the stage sat Arav, now known as Arav Ramdeen, the writer. In his hand was his first published book, Papa's Letters. Among the audience sat his father, white kurta, shining eyes, and a smile that held a lifetime of pride. Arav held the microphone. "My father spent his life delivering letters. He never taught me big philosophies. He only taught me that dignity lives in every honest job. Whatever I am today is because of those letters. Letters that once reached people's homes and today reached my heart." The hall filled with applause. Tears rolled down Ramdeen's cheeks. Tears of joy, pride, and fulfillment. Moral of the story: sometimes the answers we search for outside are hidden right inside our own home. We begin to understand a father's worth only when we truly see his struggles. No work is small. If done with honesty, it can change lives. And sometimes, a single old letter is enough to show us a new path.